this. Thanks, mate.
No probs, jump in.
Oh, I'm freezing.
It's really cold out there today, bud.
It is. What happened was I got lost. So I've ended up in the middle of bloody Wales, and now I've ended up in this car. I mean, this isn't your normal car, is it?
It's not your normal car.
Flipping it.
Hold tight.
Really? That is pokey.
You enjoy that?
That is pokey, mate. I don't know whether I want to lift anymore.
Do you want to get out?
We're going to get there quick anyway, aren't we? Whoa! Ah! Ah! Fucking hell! Right! Fuck!
Smell the rubber?
What? That noise. Oh mate, I really appreciate this lift, pal. Thank you very much.
No problem.
I mean, this is probably going to be the quickest lift I've ever had. Wow. Listen, at some point, the least I can do, do you want to get through somewhere?
Yeah,
Pull over and get through.
I'll go for that, yeah.
Yeah? Thanks, mate. Honestly, I really appreciate it. You know what I'm gutted about there? That they didn't have any bacon butties. That's
Yeah,
all I could
definitely
have
have
done
had
with.
Oh, what a cracking spot.
So for me, this is a bit of a toy, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is really a weekend toy.
I mean, does that come from your childhood?
I was into cars from a fairly early age, mid-teens, sort of 14, 15. My friend's dad had a Supra, and I fell in love with that car straight away.
Oh, was a Supra your first car, or?
I did have another car before that. My first car was an Astra Estate.
Right. And then you've moved to your Supra, obviously. Was that like your second car?
That's right, yeah. So my Mark III Supra was, I was 21 when I bought that.
And if you didn't have a Supra, what car would you have? If money was no object.
I do like Porsches.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. GT2 would probably be.
But you've got a Supra. Why would you need a GT2?
I just like the look of the GT2. I like everything about it.
Am I wrong in thinking that this would beat a GT2 on track?
I'd certainly think I would.
You give
I'd
them
be
a
able
good
to,
run.
Yeah, that's it. I'd be able to keep up with one, depending on who's driving the GT2, obviously.
But this isn't GT2 money, is it?
No, it's something I've built myself.
Yeah. And what type of cost are we looking at? From full build to now?
I've never really added it up completely.
Is that because it's eye-watering, or?
It could be, yeah. And I wouldn't want my wife to know either.
Okay, right.
So cost-wise, I'm probably into sort of the mid-30s, 34, 35,000.
That's not bad considering the spec that you've got of a vehicle.
That's, yeah, for what it is, yeah.
Now, am I right in thinking that you built this, not just for the track, obviously, but I think, especially with the reg, this is specific for the Nürburgring, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And if you're like me, that's my most favourite place.
Absolutely, #1 track for me.
Yeah. I mean, what type of times are you doing round the ring?
So Bridge to Gantry, I've done a 7-minute 18.
Wow.
That was the back end of last year.
And I think the best thing with this Supra is that you can drive it there, take it round.
That's right.
And drive it back. And also I believe that you carry all your spares in there, your tyres, you know, all your spares in terms of tools.
Yeah.
This car's flexible for everything, isn't it, really?
It is really. I've tried to make it as usable as possible.
Yeah.
So I can drive to the track, drive around all day, and then drive home again.
So you've had this car for quite a while, you spent a bit of money on it, you've got it to this spec which is 700 brake horsepower.
Yeah.
What mod mistake have you made on this car?
Probably the worst mod I made was fitting some cheap suspension. It didn't really work as I wanted it to, and then I was going to try and adapt that suspension to do the job, but I ended up pulling it back off.
In terms of suspension on there, you've got coilovers, which are
The Nitron R1.
great, and then wheels.
My road wheels are the BBS LMs,
Yeah.
which are a really nice set of wheels, and then I use the R888 tyres.
So you can use them on the road still as well, and
On the
get some
road and
heat on
track,
the track.
but I do tend to use either semi-slicks or full slicks.
Obviously caged as well.
That's right, we've got cage,
Lightweight carbon fibre.
carbon fibre, yeah, use carbon fibre.
What weight do you reckon she's coming in at?
I've recently had the car weighed because I had it corner weighted, and it was 1440.
And it's a big car, isn't it?
It
So
is,
it's-
yeah. They're normal out the factory. They're 1650.
Yeah, so you've lost
So
like
I've
nearly
got about
200
kilos out of the car,
which is
yeah.
a massive difference.
Yeah.
But then it's the engine. So
Oh, the
you've lost
engine.
200 kilograms,
Yeah.
and you're about 700 brake on full boost, aren't you?
That's right, yeah.
So in terms of engine, how have you got that power?
I fully forged the engine, so I've got it's Tomie rods, CP pistons, which are a common what people use, ARP studs, bolts throughout.
A bit of off subject, but how do you afford all this? Like, what do you do?
Well, I run my own business, so I'd supply and install security systems, CCTV, alarms, and door access.
You're a family man. I know your lad loves this car, doesn't he?
He's absolutely crazy on the car.
Would you let him drive it?
I will eventually let Alex drive it. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll hold him to that with this video, Alex, just so
Yeah.
you know. But also your wife as well. So you're a family man, yeah, just
I've
like
got two
me.
kids. Yeah.
So obviously, how do you find time to do the car stuff and still have family time?
It's normally on an evening or some weekends.
Yeah.
Working on the car, so I'll just try and fit it in wherever I can.
And do you prefer the car more or your wife more?
I've got to be careful answering that one. Obviously, the car comes second.
Car comes second. Well, to be honest, Simon, I think you've built an absolute monster. I love how that you've gone back and forth, you've fettled with things, you've changed things, you've developed your own driving, but also developed the car. And if the car's developed quicker than you, let's say, because you've changed something, you've then adapted to then get
That's
better
right.
with the driving with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do we go from here?
I'd like to just try and use the car as much as I can, book some more track days, and get it on track.
Well, mate, I just can't wait to get back into it. So, should we head off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, thank
Nice
you very
one.
much, dude. Let's get back in. Oh, mate, I've had a wicked day today.
Yeah, it's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah. Do you mind dropping me off?
No, that's fine. I'll take you all the way.
Are you sure?
Yeah, not a problem.
I tell you what, can I have a drive?
What? You joking, ain't ya?
Can I not have a drive?
No chance, mate.
Why?
No.
What?
You talk too much.
Don't be like that.
Tell you what. Hey, this is yours, isn't it? Hey, there you go. You have to get somebody else to take you. Go on,
Like that, pal.
jump out.